a jelly roll on top of a jelly mattress? I really do have the best job in the world. Hey friend, Elissa here, editor of MattressClarity.com. Today I'm taking a look at the Gelee H4 mattress by IntelliBed. This bed is super plush and best of all, it has an impressive cooling cover. But to help you figure out whether it is the right one for you, I'll go over its firmness, feel, and unique features. But real quick, while I have you, go ahead and click that subscribe button underneath the screen. All right, let's get started. Gelee mattresses come from IntelliBed, a company that is all about creating the bed of the future. There are 3 different types of Gelee mattresses. You've got the H2, the H3, and the H4, which is right here. This is their most luxurious model, and it is 13 inches tall. And what's really cool about the H4 is that this one specifically has a cooling cover. It's made out of phase change material, and it actually helps your bed stay cool to the touch. There are 2 comfort layers in the Gelee H4 mattress. You've got the 1 1/4 gel matrix grid. Now this is proprietary to Gelee mattresses and you'll find it in all of their beds. It helps conform to your body and give you extra pressure relief, and it has plenty of room for airflow, so it's a great pick for hot sleepers. Let's talk about the Gelee H4 support layers. This mattress has an 8-inch coil system that's actually zoned for optimal support. This is just a fancy way of saying that it feels firmer in some areas, softer in others, so it's meant to help your spine stay in a neutral alignment throughout the night. This could be a good pick if you frequently suffer from back pain. At the very bottom, you'll find a thin layer of base foam, which helps for extra durability. But another cool thing about this bed is that it's got a reinforced foam edge. This helps with edge support, so if you're sitting or resting near the side of the bed, you should still feel pretty secure. Here at Mattress Clarity, we always pay close attention to firmness and feel. So let's see what the Gelee H4 is all about. Before I get into the details though, let me explain our firmness scale to you. It goes from 1 to 10, with 6.5 being the industry standard for medium firm. Just so happens that the Gelee H4 feels a bit softer than this, coming in at 6 out of 10. Let's talk about what the Gelee H4 mattress feels like. I already mentioned that it's a bit softer than average, but it also has a bit of a slow-moving memory foam feel. That's thanks to Gelee's plush foam that you'll only find in the H4 mattress. You can see whenever I press my hand into it, it takes a little bit of time for it to come back into place. Very pressure relieving, lots of nice body contouring here. But another great thing about it is that thanks to the gel matrix and the springs, you're not gonna feel trapped inside of it. So you'll get the pressure relief you need, but you won't have too much trouble switching sleeping positions on this bed. Another good way to test this is with my squash ball here. So watch as I drop it from shoulder height onto the mattress. You'll see there's a little bit of a bounce here, but it doesn't go too high. That's because the plush foam at the top absorbs a lot of that motion. You're not gonna feel as much of the springs there. You'll definitely wanna think about what the mattress will feel like in your preferred sleeping position. So let's get into what it feels like when you're resting on your back, side, and stomach. Starting on my back, let's see here. Oh yeah, I feel a really great balance of comfort and support here. Yes, this plush foam is a little bit pressure relieving and slow moving, but that support at the bottom is really helping me stay in a neutral alignment. For me, as a smaller person, it feels great. Heavier people might sink into this just a little bit more and have a different experience. But moving over to my side, also a really great pick. This mattress is slightly softer than average, which creates some wonderful pressure relief along my shoulder, right where I need it if I'm resting in this sleeping position. Definitely shines for side sleepers. So moving on to my stomach, let's see how it is. You know, this isn't the best choice for stomach sleepers, and I'll tell you why. It's a little bit softer than average, so over time I can tell that my hips will start to sink into this plush foam. That might be okay for a short nap, but if you did this over time, it's gonna put a lot of strain on your lower back, which could create some pain. If you primarily rest on your stomach, look for a much firmer mattress. Here at Mattress Clarity, we like to combine subjective opinions with objective tests. One of those tests is the pressure map. So watch closely as I rest on my back, side, and stomach. At the bottom of your screen, you'll see everything from blue, which means no pressure at all the way to red, which means that there's a lot of pressure. So if there's a lot of red in a certain area, it's a good indication that it may not be great in that sleeping position. Check it out. If you share a bed with a partner, you also want to think about your mattress's motion isolation. So what this means is that if you're resting on one side of the bed and your partner starts switching sleeping positions in the night, are you going to feel that movement come over to your side of the bed? Well, one way we test this is with a simple glass of water. So watch as I press into the layers around it. And if you see a lot of movement within the glass, it's a good indication that this bed doesn't isolate motion well. But let's check it out. So I'll press into the layers around it. You'll see that there's a little bit of movement, which, is to be expected. You got some springs underneath here, but overall, I say this mattress does a great job of isolating motion. That plush memory foam at the top is super thick and it's dense, so it absorbs a lot of that movement. But let's not just stop here. Let's also test it out in real life. I'm gonna get in on one side of the mattress and our video producer, Robbie, is going to get in on the other. And as he switches sleeping positions, I don't feel a lot of that movement come over to my side of the bed. So overall, this is a great pick for couples. Another thing you wanna think about if you share a bed with a partner is your mattress's edge support. And what this means is if you're sitting or lying near the side of the bed, are you gonna feel secure or are you gonna feel like you might roll off a little bit? Well, thanks to its reinforced foam casing around the sides, this mattress has fantastic edge support. You can see that I gently sink into the plush foam at the top, but all of the support underneath is keeping me right where I should be. I feel very stable, super secure. I could even bend down to tie my shoes and stay right where I need to be. So lying down on this mattress, let's see how it is. All right, yeah, so there's a little bit of compression right where my knee is, but generally you don't see a lot of compression at all. It's still very secure, very supportive. You could sit right along the side of the bed and stay right where you need to be. Let's talk about some of the pros and cons of the Gelee H4 mattress, starting with the good stuff. First of all, the Gelee H4 works super well for couples. It isolates motion really well, so you probably won't notice your partner switching sleeping positions as much during the night. Also, it's a great pick for hot sleepers. Around the mattress, you've got some phase change material, which helps regulate body temperature. And finally, I really recommend this bed for people who love a plush, slow-moving, and luxurious mattress. Of course, I have to talk about some of the cons of the Gelee H4 mattress. First of all, this isn't a great choice for stomach sleepers. This bed is a little bit softer than average, so it's not really going to give you the support that you need if you rest on your stomach. Also, this bed isn't the best choice for people on a very strict budget. This has a lot of high-end and luxurious features, so if you're trying to save a little bit of cash, consider the Gelee H2 mattress. Also, this mattress won't work super well for fans of super springy and bouncy mattresses. Yes, it does have coils in it, but that plush foam at the top gives it more of a slow-moving memory foam feel. When you're shopping for a new bed, it is always super smart to weigh your options. So let's compare the Gelee H4 mattress to another popular bed out there, the Purple. First of all, let's talk about these two beds' constructions. They're very different. Because the Purple has a proprietary gel grid, it has a very unique feel. It's almost squishy and firm at the same time. The Gelee mattress has more of a traditional, slow-moving memory foam feel. Another thing to note is that the Purple is a bed-in-a-box mattress, while the Gelee H4 is not. If you want more information about the Purple mattress, Google Mattress Clarity Purple Mattress Review. Now I'll go over some of the customer policies for Gelee by IntelliBed. First of all, they do offer a 10-year limited warranty. Shipping costs vary, so for the most up-to-date information, give your Gelee rep a call and they will give you a quote. Gelee offers a 90-day sleep trial period, but if you try to return it within the first 30 days, you will have to pay for shipping it back. So spend some time with it. For some folks, it can take a couple weeks to get used to a new mattress. If you decide the bed isn't for you, you can return it as long as it's within the 90-day sleep trial period. But important note, you must have a mattress protector surrounding the bed and it must be in like new condition. For more information about their return policy, click the link in our description box below. That's about it. If you need any more information about mattresses, pillows, and bedding, you know where to go, mattressclarity.com. And hey, while you're here, go ahead and click that subscribe button and ring the bell. That way you'll know every single time we have a new video. Until then, I'm gonna enjoy my delicious jelly roll.